Appearance for Chris Stewart and his fellow seniors, but the fate of the Irish offense lies in the hands of freshman Tommy Rees. Notre Dame faces 14th ranked Utah, who has the nation's top punt returner in Shaky Smithson. First ever meeting between Utah and Notre Dame after we send you to our studio in New York.
Welcome to the U.S. Bank NBC Sports Report. Here's your host, Jimmy Roberts.
And hi again, everyone. Busy day in college football. Top three teams in the BCS, Oregon, Auburn, and TCU all play later today. Meanwhile, fourth-ranked Boise State already in the clubhouse. The Broncos taking on the Vandals of Idaho, a name inspired by the ferocious defense of Idaho's 1917 basketball team, but not an awful lot of defense from the Vandals last night. Less than a minute into the game, and Boise State's Chris Potter takes this punt back 76 yards. The Broncos scoring 47 points a game this year. Still in the first, Kellen Moore is having a great season. A 58-yard scoring strike to Titus Young, and already it's 28-0. Move ahead second quarter. Moore with another touchdown pass, this time to Jeremy Avery. Makes the nice adjustment there. Broncos win it 52-14 and keep their BCS hopes alive. So, 4 undefeated teams left in the BCS as once again...
Sold out Notre Dame Stadium on a rainy afternoon in Indiana. Senior day at Notre Dame. The seniors just being greeted by their parents. And now, for the last time this season, here come the Irish. Coach Brian Kelly, who greeted the seniors as they came out onto the field to greet their parents. 36 Notre Dame seniors, although 11 of them can apply to the university for another year of eligibility. There's Tommy Rees, 18-year-old quarterback, set to make his first career start today after the injury to Dane Christ a week ago in the loss to Tulsa. Christ was operated on and is out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. And coming down the tunnel for the first time in their history, led by their coach Kyle Whittingham, here are the Utes of Utah, ranked number 14 in the nation. And greeted by the expected chorus of boos from the Notre Dame faithful. And milking the moment a bit, here come the Utes of Utah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. Tom Hamlin and Mike Mayock ready for the Irish and the Utes. Notre Dame coming off a bye week, a much-needed week to get some mental and physical refreshment after the tough weeks they've had in recent weeks. And as we look forward to it, Dane Christ, as we mentioned, is out. Tommy Rees, the freshman, under center for the Irish.
And Tom, an 18-year-old true freshman that really looks like he's about 12. Now, against Tulsa, he threw the football 54 times, including 4 touchdowns, but also 3 interceptions. He's got to reduce or eliminate negative plays for Notre Dame to win. Utah's predominantly a single high free safety team. There'll be opportunities out on the edge. That means Michael Floyd, 11 catches against Tulsa. It'll be up to Tommy Rees to take advantage of those single matchups out wide.
Well, Utah ran into a buzzsaw last week against TCU, and the Horned Frogs really took them out of what they wanted to do. Yeah,
and I thought they got out of the run game too early, so I think it's back to basics today with their 2 tailbacks, Matt Asiata and Eddie Wide. They've combined for 18 touchdowns, and I really believe their quarterback, Jordan Wynn, is much more effective when he's a complement to the run game. And finally, you better identify Shaky Smithson, one of the most dynamic playmakers in the country. He's got 3 punt returns for over 70 yards. He averages almost 18 yards per reception. He'll line up at the Wildcat, and Tom, he's even thrown the football once this year, and what a surprise, 32 yards and a touchdown.
Well, let's get Coach Brian Kelly's thoughts on this senior day matchup. He's down on the field with Alex Flanagan.
Coach, celebrating the seniors on this day, what has that group of young men come to mean to you in your first season here?
Well, they've provided some leadership that was much needed in some very difficult times. I think you learn a lot about each other when there is adversity. And life lessons, sometimes we get caught up too much in football and the trappings around it, but just great character young men.
Starting a freshman quarterback today, what did you tell him before you came onto this field?
You know, that will help him manage it. He doesn't have to go out there and do it himself. He just needs to be Tommy Rees. He doesn't need to be anything more than that, and he did a pretty good job a couple of weeks ago. I think he's got good preparation, and we'll manage it for him.
Tom, we'll find out a lot about who Tommy Rees is coming up.
We will. He's being thrown to one of the best teams in America as Utah comes to Notre Dame for the first time ever. First meeting between these two schools, and the Utes with an 8-1 record. Notre Dame riding an 11-game losing streak to AP-ranked teams, and they've lost 6 straight in the month of November, including the last 2 Senior Day matchups. So Utah set to kick it off with Nick Marsh. And taken by Jackson. Here's Bennett Jackson getting to the corner, and Jackson crosses the 35, knocked out of bounds after a good return all the way to the 44-yard line. Bennett Jackson getting the game underway with a rousing start for the Irish. And let's take a look at our Adidas starting lineups for, first of all, the Irish of Notre Dame. Chris Stewart, farewell game for him, the law student / football player. And today the Irish will open with 2 tight ends, Eifert and Ragone. And Tommy Rees, the 18-year-old quarterback, won't be 19 until May of 2011. And here he is at Notre Dame Stadium on Senior Day against a ranked opponent. First down handoff to Sierra Wood. Wood replacing the injured Armando Allen. And there's Tommy Rees from the Chicago area, the first Notre Dame freshman to start since Jimmy Clausen did it 3 years ago. And coming from Lake Forest High School in Illinois, which ran a similar sort of offense to this one, so had a little bit of a head start. He also came in early from high school, came in January. Second down. Wood again fumbles the football, but it's going to be ruled down. No fumble. The ball ruled down as Wood crossed the midfield stripe. The ball came free, but he'll be ruled down by this Mountain West Conference officiating crew.
And you kind of see the good and the bad with Sierra Wood here. Nice contact, nice running through a tackle, but you've got to hold on to the football. I know he's ruled down, but that's something that'll drive Brian Kelly nuts. He's a supremely talented kid, but if you don't protect the football, I promise you, you won't beat Utah.
Third down and 3 for the Irish. Opening drive of the game. Rees, handoff. Wood got nothing. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and the first to get there was Silver Salinga from his defensive tackle spot.
Pretty interesting first 3 snaps. Now the quarterback is still on the field. The ball's on the 50-yard line. Are they going to go for it here? 3 consecutive runs. It's 4th and a long 3.
See the signals coming in from the sideline for Notre Dame, and they are going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 3. Toss. Wood. It appears to be short. And so the Irish gambling, going for it on 4th down around midfield. And it was Brian Blecken that made the stop for the Utes. They hold on 4th down and take over with great field position.
And Blecken is just off the screen here. Watch what happens with support. Blecken number 2, the true freshman, sees it, trusts it, beats the block, and makes the hit. That is a great job at defeating the block of Eifert and making a tackle. We talk about the true freshman Tommy Rees. How about the true freshman Brian Blecken coming up large?
So the Irish defense put in a spot here against the 9th-ranked scoring offense in NCAA football, averaging 41 a game. Asiata, tailback, makes it to midfield and just beyond the midfield stripe into Irish territory. Look at our Adidas starting lineups for the Irish offense. The senior center Zane Taylor, All Mountain West, and the strongest player on the team. And Brooks, the leading receiver. He has 40 catches and 4 touchdowns this season.
Tom, I really disagree with the decision by Brian Kelly not to punt the football with a freshman quarterback. Put the ball back at the 10-yard line, give Utah a long field, and take that pressure off of your quarterback as far as field position is concerned.
And the Irish unable to run the ball, as has been the case in the last few weeks. Jordan Wynn, the quarterback from the shotgun. Wynn fires across the middle to Smith, and it's complete. First down for Utah.
Darius Fleming, the outside linebacker, he got right in behind him. No redirection, gets behind Fleming, forcing 22 Harrison Smith to make the tackle. And that's the kind of rhythm that Jordan Wynn is most efficient in. Short passes, he can throw the slant, the double slant, and you got to watch these guys with run after catch.
11-yard gain to the Irish 38. That'll be a false start against the Utes. Looked like John Cullen, the left tackle.
He's got good feet, but you don't want to show him there, John.
And as we said, a Mountain West officiating crew. Scott Novak is the referee as we look at the Adidas starting lineups for the Notre Dame defense. Senior day, of course, finds Ian Williams on the sidelines with an injury, so Sean Swinar starts at the nose for the Irish. That's a crucial position in their defense. First down and 15 after the false start penalty.
4 down linemen. They want to run across the quarterback.
Fake it one way, hand it off to Asiata, and he's stopped for no gain on the play. Irish not fooled as they faked the wide run, instead gave it up the middle to Asiata. And here are Adidas Notre Dame starting lineups on defense. And a look at Sean Swinar getting that start at the nose tackle with Ian Williams out with an injury. And Manti Te'o, 100 tackles, remains among the national leaders. And it's the final home game for Darren Walls with his 4 career interceptions. Second down, 15. Wynn retreats to pass. Has a man wide open. Catch is made. Devontae Christopher grabs the football, but Notre Dame was giving him a little room and preventing the run after the catch, and Gary Gray did just that. Stopped him. It'll bring up 3rd and long after a gain of 5 yards.
And you're right, exactly. It's a soft corner here, and a nice job by Jordan Wynn. They ran the vertical with the inside player, and there's the little hitch. Good tackle, but they pick up 7 yards or so, get it back into a manageable 3rd down situation after the penalty. Empty backfield. It's a 3-by-2 set.
Wynn being chased. Got away. Now looking downfield. Fires, and it is complete. It's going to be close to the first down, and they'll mark it apparently enough for the first down. Fatu Moala, only his 3rd reception of the season, as Jordan Wynn did a good job scrambling and finding his man.
Coming off the edge, right there, you've got to make a play. Cameron Lewis-Moore, you can't allow unimpeded progress of the quarterback to the edge. He has all day to identify his target. Moala, and Blanton comes up late, and another big play by Utah.
11-yard gain, first down as they convert a 3rd and long and keep the drive going now to the Irish 27. Wynn hands off to Wide. Eddie Wide with his first carry of the day goes inside the Irish 25-yard line.
And they get in that 2-back set. They want to run the football. And Tom, that's what we talked about up top. They want to get back to the basics. Who are they? They're a balanced offensive team that's a much better offensive team when they run first and allow Jordan Wynn to play action.
There you see the numbers for Wynn through 9 games, 65% completions.
And I mentioned that the Notre Dame freshman looked like about 12. Jordan Wynn may be a sophomore, but I'm not sure he looks any older either.
Here's a sophomore who played 6 games last year. 5 of them starts as he rolls again to get away from Darius Fleming and has to throw it away. So Wynn throws it away to save a sack. Jordan Wynn from Oceanside, California, sophomore who played 6 games, 5 starts last year with 8 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He Wound up in a big way, though, as MVP in the Poinsettia Bowl, throwing 3 touchdowns against Cal.
There's Brian Smith, and the whole key with what they do is disrupting that crossing route. That's who he wanted. As soon as he disrupted the route, all of a sudden there's nowhere to go. He's got to throw the football away, and that's what Utah wants to do. Hit their guys, run after catch, and underneath crossing route.
Another 3rd and long for the Utes.
Man coverage across the board.
And a penalty against Utah for a false start.
On the offense, number 72. Like our penalty. 3rd down.
Slaughter off, left guard, false start. It's going to make it 3rd down and even longer, 3rd and 12 now.
Their 2nd false start on this drive. Little twitch there by the left guard, Slaughter off. And as you said, Tom, now you're 3rd and 7. You've got a certain percentage of your playbook. 3rd and 12, it's a whole different equation here. And keep in mind, field goal wise, you're right on the borderline also.
Wynn changing the protection. Jordan Wynn stands and heaves to the end zone. And incomplete off the hands of Luke Matthews. Matthews and Gary Gray fighting down the field, and the pass falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
And this is a man-to-man situation. He allows the outside release of Luke Matthews with a little bit of separation. Almost offensive interference with Matthews pushing off, but good coverage by Gray. Ball's overthrown, and now a long field goal attempt.
Senior Joe Phillips will attempt it. He's hit 9 of 10 field goals. 48 is his longest. This one will be 47 yards. From 47 yards, Phillips' kick is up, and it is good. So given a short field after Notre Dame was stopped going forward on 4th down, the Utes are able to get a field goal, and they lead Notre Dame 3-0. Short kick by Marsh, taken by Jackson. Bennett Jackson stopped this time short of the 25-yard line. Good special teams play that time by the Utes after he had the big return on the opening kick. And fires, and the pass is picked up. Intercepted by Harrison Smith.
Boy, did he do a great job. He tracked the wide receiver, Jeremy Brooks, all the way across the field in man coverage, and then undercut the receiver and made the play. I give him a ton of credit there. Watch 22 here. He's going to come all the way across. Watch what happens off the play action. Safety inverts. He picks up the crossing receiver. That's textbook safety play. Now he comes underneath, makes the play on the ball. That is a big-time play by Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith, the senior from Knoxville, Tennessee, although he is eligible to apply to the university for another. So we'll see if the offense now can do anything with the turnover.
Going to get Michael Floyd involved here.
And the 2nd timeout taken by the Irish. And Brian Clay says, son. Can't repeat what else he's saying.
Oh, man. You know what, Tom? I was a 14-year-old high school quarterback with my father, and I know that look.
Notre Dame timeout. We'll be back. Harrison Smith with his 3rd career interception has given the Irish good field position. Our first down line brought to you by Xerox. Irish having to spend the timeout. Now here's the first down play. Reese will be sacked. Back to the 48-yard line after that sack. The sack was by Salinga and Shelby. As we look at the Adidas starting lineup for that Ute defense, with Christian Cox, 7.5 career sacks. Chaz Walker, the former walk-on, their top tackler. A couple of small corners today now. Burton 5'9", Chapman 5'8". But the Irish so far unable to take advantage. That one tipped by Derek Shelby, incomplete. So Notre Dame's offense, 2 possessions, 2+, counting this one. Now with 9 plays, they've gained less than 10 yards and have not picked up a first down and have spent 2 timeouts. So it's been a frustrating start for Tommy Reese and the Irish offense.
Ineffective in the run game and no completions yet in the pass game.
Utes show blitz and then back out of it. So Reese finds Michael Floyd. Actually, it was Hughes, 33 instead of 3, who made the catch right on the sideline.
Yeah, they rotated to a cover 3 look where the corner comes up and the linebacker, and he actually sprinted right into it and rolled into it. Martinez had an easy play and a good tackle.
Ben Turk will punt it. And Shaky Smithson, high towering punt. Smithson calls for a fair catch and makes it with an Irish player right in his face. And now it's time for our Gatorade Prime to perform. Utah's Shaky Smithson put on a couple of punt return clinics. Touchdowns already this season. September 11th. He went 55 yards against UNLV for a score. And the next week at New Mexico, 73 yards for a touchdown on a punt return. Leads the FBS with 22.8 yards per punt return. And that's our Gatorade Pride to perform.
He also went 78 yards against Iowa State, but didn't score. Got tackled on the 2-yard line. Kid's special in the return game.
Utes backed up to their 13-yard line. Fake, handoff. Asiata. Nice run on first down. Stopped by Harrison Smith after a gain of 9.
Nice job again up front. Utah blocking well. I think one of the real strength of this football team is up front. They're with a 2-back set here. A lot of cross motion. Nice job with the backside guard. Tavita Stevens pulling and wrapping. And again, Asiata, the big physical tailback, gets north and south.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Notre Dame still does not have a first down. They've had good field position, but unable to do anything with it. Had a good kickoff return to start the game. Had an interception. No first downs. Reggie Dunn, the handoff. And he'll have a Utah first down.
Situation where Matt Asiata's brother, Sean, playing that offset fullback position on a good block on the edge, but Harrison Smith made the tackle. And Tom, I'm telling you, they're trying to get Reggie Dunn involved in this game. Only 3 catches on the year, 3 runs and 8 receptions. Already very busy today.
Here's Wynn adjusting things. Play clock to 3. Got the play off. And swinging wide to Asiata. Good defensive play by the Irish. Allow him only a yard or so. Kerry Neal was the first man there.
Really good job by Curry Neal. Disrupted the cross route, reacted up on the flare, creating a 2nd and long.
Asiata, Matt, and his brother Sean from West Valley, California. 2nd down and long. Wynn, plenty of protection. Rolls and throws it out of bounds. Ethan Johnson chasing him. They had to unload it. The Utes have allowed only 4 sacks this season.
3-man rush. They drop 8 on a 2nd and long situation. Did a nice job both bracketing the deep receiver Devontae Christopher, and then on the other side, this is away from the ball side. Good job by Teo running underneath the tight end Moiai. Integrated pass defense. When you drop 8, it's very difficult for a quarterback to find an open receiver if you play your zones correctly.
3rd down and long. Wynn again. The protection is good, and the pass is nearly intercepted. It was dropped by Brian Smith. He nearly was able to pick it off.
He's got to catch that football. Cover 2. He's going to run underneath and undercut Moiai down the seam. There he is. Redirects. Now comes underneath. If he doesn't get it, Teo might. But when you get opportunities, you've got to take advantage of it. Brian Smith, good play, but finish it.
But the good news is they held on 3rd down. So now 4th down for the Utes. Punting with Sean Selwood.
Got it.
Blocked. And recovered by Robert Blanton.
He blocked it and recovered it untouched off the edge. This is a poor job by Utah and a tremendously athletic play by Blanton.
Blanton with the block and the recovery and the Irish touchdown.
He's going to come off the edge. Right here. This guy has got to get a piece of him. They ignore him. Only 2 men rushing. Blanton makes the easy block, picks up the Sunday hop. Touchdown.
And so Ruffer will attempt the extra point. And it is good. So the Irish offense sputtering. What do? How about a block punt for a touchdown? Robert Blanton blocks it, recovers it, and the Irish have the lead for the first time. Notre Dame football brought to you by Valvoline. Wynn with a shovel pass. It's complete to Wide. Eddie Wide uses his blockers well, then blasted out of bounds at about the 20-yard line by Brian Smith. But a good play by the Utes. It'll be a first down, Utah.
Yeah, just a shovel pass. I really like. They've got a 4-man rush with a twist on. The twist opens up the inside. Eddie Wide takes it. Good block on the edge. Gray's trying to keep outside leverage. Just enough for a first down.
Utes from the 20. Wynn changing the play. Make sure everybody knows what's going on. Makes a handoff up the middle to Wide. And Eddie Wide continues to get a workout in the running game for the Utes. Stopped after a couple of yards by the front of the Irish defense.
You know that they pull their guards an awful lot in their scheme, and 54 Tavita Stevens, I think, is one of the better pulling guards I've seen this year. Watch him come out. A lot of misdirection here. Wraps into the hole with correct leverage. Really a good job. That's about the 4th or 5th time he's wrapped into the hole and made the correct block.
Inside the final minute of the first quarter. Wynn keeps and slides down at about the 25-yard line.
And Tom, we had a chance to meet him yesterday, and no surprise to me, he needs a slide right there. Contact might break him in half.
He's very slight, 6'1", listed as 195.
He has never seen 195 in his life.
He's skeptical of that a bit. From Oceanside High School, Oceanside, California, where he was twice All-State and a 4-year member of the Honor Roll. He'll go to the sideline as the opening quarter will come to a close. That's the end of the first quarter with Notre Dame leading Utah 7-3. Back to Notre Dame Stadium after these messages from your local station. You're watching Notre Dame football on NBC, presented by Valvoline.
All the sacrifice for this moment. The world's best figure skaters go head-to-head in a global competition for a spot in the finals. Skate America tomorrow 4 Eastern on NBC and all weekend on Universal Sports.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Glad we came out.
Fish and chips were awesome. We're so full.
When we created the phrase, lunch on us, we didn't realize that people would take it so literally. With Lunch on Us, you can win a $25 gift certificate to great local restaurants. Go to NBC11news.com and click on Lunch on Us. After you've entered, watch 11 News Today with Lauren Whitney and Bernie Lang, 6:30 to 7 weekday mornings, to see where you may be eating lunch. Go to NBC11news.com to sign up for Lunch on Us with Carino's.
I owed the IRS over $200,000. I was so worried I couldn't sleep. I thought I'd lose my business and my home. I called for a free consultation and it changed my whole life. I saved over 95%. Thanks, Sam.
Do you owe the IRS more than $25,000? We've settled more than 20,000 IRS cases, and we can easily settle yours. I'm tax attorney Sam Landis. Call me for a free consultation. Dial 702-WE-DO-IRS nationwide, or go to WeDoIRS.com for a free tax attorney consultation. Not a salesman, a free tax attorney consultation. In a few minutes, you'll learn how easy it is to solve your IRS case and how little it costs. Less than what tax resolution companies charge, and you have an attorney working on your case. Dial 702-WE-DO-IRS nationwide, or go to WeDoIRS.com for a free tax attorney consultation.
The Utes make their first trip to Notre Dame Stadium, and we start the second quarter with the Irish up 7-3 despite no first downs and just 9 yards of offense, thanks to a Robert Blanton block punt and a scoop and score. 3rd down and 6 for Utah. Wynn has to pull it down and run for it, and he'll slide.
I
think he slid a little too soon. He's going to be marked short of the first down, covered there by Manti Te'o.
Yeah, he had to get past the 30, and they're going to mark him around the 29.5 or so.
So the punt team comes out for the Utes. And thanks to a premature slide by Jordan Wynn, Notre Dame will get the hold on 3rd down.
Yeah, he had a chance to make a play there, and I think if no matter how slight you are, you want to drop the shoulder and get the first down there.
Sean Selwood will punt it, averaging 42.7 a boot this season. And Goodman is deep for Notre Dame. This is a short one. Goodman says get away from it. Takes kind of a lateral bounce, then a Notre Dame bounce, and will be down around the 40-yard line. So the freshman quarterback, Tommy Rees, back out onto the field. And of course, Rees forced into action because of the incredible string of injuries Notre Dame has had to key personnel. Just look at this. If you see the Kyle Rudolph, Theo Riddick, Armando Allen, Dane Christ, Coach Kelly was telling us they amounted for over 400 yards of offense a game. And yet in the game against Tulsa, they were able to replace that with some 400 yards of offense. But incredible string of injuries that Notre Dame has suffered to key players. You could almost go down the list and not pick out any more key players than the ones that have been felled by injury. Armando Allen on the sideline watching on senior day with a hip injury that had to have surgery. Here's a first down handoff, and it's a good run on this first down play by Jonas Gray. So Gray gets his first carry. That's the best run of the day by the Irish rushing attack.
What's your left guard here? Pull out in front. Bang, there's the trap block right there. They move inside of it. Good job by Jonas Gray, who I still maintain at 235, 240 pounds, has tremendous feet for his size, and he's a downhill runner who's a load to bring down.
Junior from Pontiac, Michigan, getting some playing time today. There's another Gray run, and this time there's a flag down as he is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Tom, we should mention that guard pulling last time was Chris Watt.
Holding on the defense, number 98.
Wow.
10-yard penalty, first down.
Salinga called for the hold, and that is an automatic first down. So a key penalty again against the Utes. The big question for Utah coming in, Mike, was whether or not they could bounce back emotionally after being defeated in what they saw as a huge game against TCU. The BCS Busters, 2 of them last week. It was 47-7. So how would the Utes respond? And you'd have to say maybe a little flat with the penalties and mistakes here early.
No question. And Tom, what I always look for emotionally, and that's a great point, are penalties and special teams. And that's where they've really let down today.
6 penalties, 45 yards. Gray trying to get to the outside, and does. He's got a blocker. Jonas Gray down the sideline to the 10, slips and falls short of the 5-yard line, being chased by Lamar. It's a 36-yard run by Jonas Gray.
Questionable block by Michael Floyd, but it's not called a penalty, and I maintained all season long, here's Floyd, it's going to bounce, and Michael Floyd's going to get a real good block on the edge on Boo Anderson. Now, I'm not sure if it's on his back right here. Watch him right there. but it wasn't called. And again, Jonas Gray at 235 pounds has better feet than you anticipate, better speed, and that was a huge play for the Irish.
The insertion of Gray into the game has put a charge into the running game, and there's Floyd getting tangled up as he went for the end zone, and the penalty called. He was tangled up with Brandon Burton. Burton, as we pointed out earlier, only 5'9".
Yeah, Burton's their bigger, more physical quarter, and right here, he loves press. Gets his hands on Floyd. The problem is he's pressing him, but the ball's already in the air. Once the ball's in the air, hands have to be off.
So first and goal for the Irish at the 3-yard line. And Floyd in the end zone from Reese for the touchdown. Michael Floyd with his 9th touchdown reception of the season. And the Irish with an impressive drive. They got the running game going with Gray, and then Tommy Reese throws his 5th touchdown pass of the season. Ruffer for the point after. And Ruffer boots it through. So the freshman quarterback getting his first career start throws the touchdown pass to Michael Floyd. And the Irish increase their lead. Notre Dame 14, Utah 3.
Okay, now here's our holiday gift list.
Oh, not the mall.
Well, I'll do the shopping if you do the shipping.
Shipping's a hassle. I'll go to the mall. Hey. Hi.
You know, holiday shipping's easy with Priority Mail flat rate boxes from the Postal Service. If it fits, it ships anywhere in the country for a low flat rate.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're good.
Good luck.
Priority Mail flat rate shipping starts at just $4.90, only from the Postal Service, a simpler way to ship.
Life is full of little twists and turns. ING can help you take the right steps along the way. The first step is finding your number, the amount you need to save to retire the way you want while protecting the ones you love. Learn more at ing.com/US.
Wonder how I got this pet cheetah, my Benjamin pile, and my Sky Whip? 'Cause I'm fast! I'm Slim Chin, beast from the Far East. This is Dwight Howard.
Beast from the regular East.
He get all light and fast in his beast high-top sneakers from Adidas. You get his shoe, you get fast too. Then it's sing-song time. Fast, don't lie. He ain't lying. Get faster at youtube.com.
Notre Dame football is brought to you by Valvoline. Guarantee your engine up to 300,000 miles. By Discover. It pays to switch. It pays to discover. By ING. And by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. Jonas Gray, a 36-yard run, the longest of his career. And an interference penalty against Utah sets up Michael Floyd to receive the 25th touchdown of his career. Ruffer to kick it off with Shaky Smithson deep for the Utes. It'll bounce and bounce out of bounds. Yes, there's the flag.
That's field position.
So Utah will get great field position as Ruffer sends it out of bounds. That'll get him a lecture over on the sideline too.
Tom, I like the structure of the touchdown pass. Notre Dame anticipated and got both pressure and man coverage. Pressure came here, man on Eifert. He's going to sit it down right on the goal line, and then Floyd's going to work right behind him, man coverage against Brandon Burton. Eifert sits it down, Floyd goes over the top, and Tommy Reese put it exactly where he needed to, up high for a 6'3" wide receiver where only he could get it and Burton couldn't. Really good execution.
Kind of what they had in mind in the pass against Tulsa, huh?
Why did I know you were going to go there, Thomas?
So from the 40 after the kick out of bounds, Utah puts it in play. And swing it complete to Asiata. Nice run, crosses midfield, picks up 11 on first down. Brian Smith wrapped him up there.
You know, Asiata is an interesting guy. He got a 6th year courtesy of the NCAA. Hurt his knee last year, only played in 4 games. And he's really the heart and soul of their team. A 2-time captain, run game, and pass protection.
Matt married with 3 kids. This pass is complete to Brooks, Jeremy Brooks.
Really nice catch on a low pass from Brooks in between the linebackers.
To the 42-yard line. Asiata carries for another first down as the Utes now getting their offense moving. They're to the Irish 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
And to me, this is Utah football right there. Asiata in the zone scheme, Asiata in the counter, little check downs.
There's a false start.
Look at this. Wow.
Another false start as the penalties continue to pile up against the Utes. That's their 7th or 8th of the first half. 8 penalties with 11:38 to go. Notre Dame has yet to be called for an infraction.
And you know what? They're unforced penalties. That's Schlatter off the left guard. That's the 3rd or 4th of those we've seen with the offensive line. And it tells me, Tom, that like you said, they're having a little bit of an emotional hangover from the beating they took from TCU last week.
Looked like Coach Whittingham was attempting to up the tempo a little bit to get his offense untracked as they shoot for that first down line, brought to you by Xerox. There's another false start.
Wow. And all Notre Dame's defensive line did was shift. And the shift caused Cullen to jump. That's Cullen's 2nd. Kyle Whittingham's got to be beside himself.
That's 9 first half penalties. 9 penalties now for 60 yards.
Watch the shift with Notre Dame's defensive line, hand down. Now they're going to shift, and Cullen will jump with the shift. There they go, and he moves. You've got to have more discipline than that up front.
Jordan Wynn retreats. Protection is good, although he's hit as he delivers, and it's incomplete, intended for Smithson. Protection was good, then at the last minute it sort of broke down, and Kona Schwenke was able to hit him just as he released the football.
And when you can play coverage and get that kind of heat on the quarterback, Schwenke, number 90 off the edge and right up the middle, 96 Schwenke and Ethan Johnson. That's just a great job by those 2 defensive linemen individually getting pressure on the quarterback when you're playing coverage behind.
Ethan Johnson, the junior, and Kona Schwenke, the freshman, combining on the hit, making it 2nd down. Shovel pass by his team here in the first half.
Now, that's not a killer because you're punting and the end zone's right there, but still it's just indicative of exactly.
Now remember, they had the punt block for the touchdown earlier by Blanton. So Goodman awaiting this boot if Selwood can get it off. Just a token rush for the Irish. Fair catch called by Goodman, and Goodman makes it. Irish will have the football when we return to Notre Dame Stadium on Senior Day. They're up 14-3.
Hey, did you ever finish last month's invoices?
Sadly, no.
Oh.
But I did pick up your dry cleaning and had your shoes shine.
Well, I made you a reservation at the sushi place around the corner.
Well, in that case, I better get back to these invoices. Which I'll do right after making your favorite pancakes.
You know what? I'm going to tidy up your side of the office.
I can't hear you because I'm also making you a smoothie.
Marriott Hotels and Resorts knows it's better for Xerox to automate their global invoice process so they can focus on serving their customers. With Xerox, you're ready for real business.
If you're looking at luxury hybrids, you need to know that only one gets an EPA estimated 41 miles per gallon in the city. In other words, all things being equal, they're not. Introducing the 2011 Lincoln MKZ Hybrid. It's not just luxury. It's smarter than that.
First is the first 4G phone. First is live video chat on the go. So you can be face-to-face, even when you can't be. Whether you're on 4G, 3G, and of course, Wi-Fi. First lets you stream live video to the web in 3, 2, 1. What will you do first with Evo? The first 4G phone. Only from Sprint, the Now Network.
Monday on The Event, go back to the beginning to find out the answer to that burning question. Who wanted the president dead?
You almost killed my family!
The Event, new episode, Monday 9/8 Central on NBC.
Well, the first half has been a flag fest for the Utes. 10 penalties, 65 yards. Keep in mind that Notre Dame has only 55 yards of offense, and they've gotten 65 yards in penalties.
A 14-3 Notre Dame lead, nowhere indicative in the statistics. However, like you just said, Tom, 10 penalties, you block a kick. To me, just not emotionally ready to play this football game. Penalties, special teams, miscues.
Sierra Wood back in it, running back for the Irish. They take over at their own 17-yard line. And off to Wood, nearly burst free, and then is grabbed by the shoe tops and taken down by Matt Martinez.
Dame with a little power football. You know, I mean, they really, with Jonas Gray, when he came in, I thought really kick-started that last drive. Downhill running, bounced one outside. That was pure power right there. Two tight ends, point of attack play.
Empty backfield this time for Tommy Reese.
Good discipline by Notre Dame's offensive line not to jump there. Shelby baiting them.
Reese fires, it's complete. Sierra Wood with a nice run after the catch, picks up the Irish first down. Finau with a tackle for Utah as we look at the cards. Now this is something new for the freshman quarterback. These cards and those symbols on there mean something to him. Now they don't all mean anything, but when they hold up a card, those symbols mean something, usually on the coverage that Tommy will be facing. So he looks over at those cards and able to change the play if he needs to.
There are the cards. He's looking over again. Cards up.
Reese. Tyler Eifert is tight end. Short gain on the play. Alex?
Tom, when Tommy Reese has been on the sideline, Brian Kelly has been right there with him, usually with his back to the defense, just teaching Tommy Reese. Interesting, very different than how he talks to Dane Christ. He's been very calm, just going through coverages, formations. Tommy, this is the hitch route here. This is that. This is that. You know, he really likes this kid's IQ, his football IQ, though he's still very young.
Told us yesterday he wouldn't hesitate to light into him if he needed to, but tempers it with a little understanding that the young man is just learning. That pass way off the mark from Reese. Intended for Robbie Toma, I presume.
Little disconnect there. Now, you know, I think you have to treat your 18-year-old freshman a little differently than you do the upperclassmen. And I think Brian Kelly's gone out of his way to be more of a teacher than a disciplinarian with Tommy Reese.
So now 3rd and 9 for the freshman.
Looking over at the cards.
This will be Sierra Wood trying to get a block and can't. Swamped by the Ute defense led by Brian Blecken. Got nothing going on that running game.
You know, and you got to count the box, and he gives them some freedom at the line of scrimmage. This safety comes up, they get 8 in the box here, and they run right into it. And I think what Notre Dame has to be aware of is Utah's a single high team. They're probably going to end up in single high, and you've got a chance to attack them out wide in the pass game.
Ben Turk, high snap, he pulls it down.
Lucky there was no rush.
Smithson says stay away from it. Bounces out of bounds.
That was a full-out return, and Notre Dame's fortunate that nobody from Utah was rushing.
And Utah is going to take over at about the 33-yard line. Notre Dame football presented by Valvoline. Nice catch by Turk, who got it away.